Hello my fellow warmongers, and how is everyone doing on this fine day? Alright, it's Feral War here. Welcome to another replay for Total War Warhammer. So for the people watching that have not yet subscribed, I tell you now, this is one of the best games I've ever played, and if you don't subscribe after it, I will definitely wow on your... Well, you're not subscribed, but I'll say the word after you get subscribed. Alright guys, if you like what you see, please don't forget to subscribe, like, give me comments and feedback, you know the drill. So, in this game, we're going with Beastmen against Vampires. For my build, I'm going with the Beastmen. I'm playing with 4 Bestigor herds in the front line, 2 Gore herds on the flanks, backed up by a Minotaur with Great Weapon, and Gorebull with just Blood Greed. Morgor the Shadow Gave with Stave of Ruinous Corruption and Essence of Chaos, Foe Seeker, and the Leadership buff. A Bray Shaman of Shadows with Occam's Mind Razor, a Pit of Shades, and Smoke and Mirrors that gives 8% movement speed increase to all the army. And in the flank there, hidden in the trees, I've got Centaurs with Great Weapons and the Chaos Warhounds with Poison. And for my opponent, he's playing with the Vampires, which is always a very hard game for the Beastmen. Just let me say that. Because, okay guys, playing this was very hard. So, please appreciate this as much as I do. Because I loved it, and I hope you guys will too. So for his front line, he's got 4 Grave Guards, one of them being the Stearnsman, a Skeleton Spearman on the left flank, Skeleton Spearman on the right flank, ranked up to rank 3, both of them. 1 Crypt Horrors, a White King, Isabella von Karstein and a Hellsteed, a Claw Nagash. This is a very scary army. When I saw this, I was like, okay, we'll see how this goes. A Dire Pack and a Blood Knight hidden in the trees over there. So my game plan was, I wanted to use my high damage output of the Bestigors to break through whatever units he has in the front line. Because if I break through the front line and he doesn't, even with the Invocation of Nehek, these guys are just gonna do a lot of damage on them, that it might not be that worth it. Also, if he would have cast an Invocation of Nehek on them, I would have immediately casted an Occam's Mind Razor on all of my units, because I also plan to keep them in a very small clumped up area. So the Occam's Mind Razor will reach them all, giving them 44% increase in weapon damage. So this was going to be a hell of a lot of damage. Like the current damage of the Bestigor is 42, it was going to be 58. And 58 with increase in armor piercing against Graveguard, it was going to be one amazing damage output from these guys. So let's get right into the game. So I started off by moving my units over here to get because at least if we're fighting in the flat area, okay, but here I'll have a downward charge using my units like this way. And here, no one will have a charge, no one has a benefit there, we're just playing in a flat area. But doing that, I had this hill in the middle, so these Gore herds had to take the longer way, which is good and bad. You'll see why good, and you'll see why bad, of course, because they're taking the longer way, so they won't fall into the fight earlier, but you'll see why it was a good thing. I took back my Centaurs and Chaos Warhounds with Poison there, just because he was getting close, I didn't want him to see them. Now, I found him, he got out of formation, so I just started up to clump. I wanted to fight in this area, like this, because that's the radius of the Occam's Mind Razor that I can get. So I started attacking immediately, the Gorebull and the Minotaurs with Great Weapons. I'll send them in on the Crypt Horrors because that's the only large unit I see now. So remember when I told you it was good and bad? This is why good. Because right now, these Dire Pack and the Blood Knights are coming out, and I have these guys close to just hold them. So I'll send in immediately the Gore herds to hold down the Dire Pack. The Blood Knights, unfortunately, are going to go through and recharge my opponent, but in the same time, my back lines, he was going to recharge the back lines of these Bestigors, which was going to be very bad. So I immediately sent out these guys to counter his back charge. So he's back charging me, I will back charge him. He did a charge, but it wasn't really that effective because he did it on a very close range, which didn't really work. I immediately sent in my Gorebull and the Minotaurs with Great Weapons on the Blood Knights, and then I did a recharge on the Graveguard from this back line on the Spearman at the same time. So as you can see, let's pause it. They have attacked in the rear -14, exposed flank, damage sustained because of just this rear charge. Same thing for the Graveguard over here. So let's zoom in on the Graveguard. Graveguard, please. Oh shit, man. Okay, I really want to show it to you guys now after I can see it. Okay, so leadership -5. They've got a base value of 50, damage sustained -36, attacked in the rear -14. This is huge at the moment. I am totally breaking through this flank over here, and then I can just like just attack like this, attack in whichever way I want. So yeah, let's continue. So yeah, I got into his Blood Knights using my anti-large contingent, and then he went in on the Gorherds, which I don't really know why. That was kind of weird for me. I immediately sent in my Chaos Round with Poison and Centigores just to get us around on these Blood Knights and get rid of them once and for all. Morgar was getting harassed badly here by Isabella from Karstein and the Crypt Horrors. I casted a Pit of Shades there just to get the Grave Guards away from him so he can just run away. Because as you can see, he got a lot of damage. Isabella von Karstein still very hardly going after Morgar. Like she's going for him, like she wants that. Yeah, she wants it badly. So yeah, excuse the pun. Yeah, pun intended actually. So now Isabella von Karstein is out of position, and my Gorebull and the Minotaurs with great weapons are getting in on her ass, and they're going to pummel her. And Gorebull will start his stomping. Yep, we got us another Gorebull stomping over here, guys, and it was one hell of a stomping. So yeah, I got these guys in the back there to surround Isabella, so she wouldn't actually be able to run away at all. She casted zombies. I immediately countered the cast by zombies by casting the Chaos Spawn. Where are they? I have Chaos Spawn. They're fighting someone. Yep, there they are. See them? So they're just destroying the zombies. The zombies have no chance fighting Chaos Spawn. The Chaos Spawn are made for units like zombies. Zombies, peasant mobs, battle pilgrims, all that. Chaos Spawn just eats through them. So yeah, Isabella's just getting pummeled, man. Look, the Gorebull is just going to town on her ass. Oh man, so sad for her, but so happy that I won against the vampire using Beastman. It is always a hard game, you guys. Winning this was actually something I can brag about for the rest of my life, actually. And also something else, I'm playing against a guy called Adam West, and he's pretty good. Like, I played him a couple of times. The guy knows how to play. He's not like a freaking noob or something. No, not at all. He's actually good. He won a couple of games on me, if I remember, maybe 1 or 2 games. So he's pretty good, I remember. The guy was awesome, actually. So yeah, like Beastman versus Vampire, I was like, okay, I have a very high slope to climb at the moment with the Beastman against Vampire, so I was like, okay, maybe I'll try it out. I thought about this build today, so I was like, okay, cool, I'll try it out against this Vampire army. And hey, it worked actually. But yeah, he did a couple of mistakes, like Isabella fell out of position and the Gorebull started stomping her, and that was pretty bad for her. That was really bad for her, actually. So yeah, I'm just cleaning up shop at the moment, just getting rid of the Blood Knights over there with the Graveguard and the Sternsman. The Claw Nagash is just also like doing her thing, trying to like play the attrition game still. But yeah, it's very hard now to come back from this. It's just very hard in my opinion. Like, there is nothing he can do. He's got no ward, no caster, no hero, no nothing. All he has is just people that do damage, and my damage output is actually bigger than them, so there's nothing really he can do at the moment. So yeah, well played to him. We can just fast forward there. There's nothing really you can watch now. Like, I took care of everything crumbled, and then yep, definitely a very good game that I really enjoyed. Let's look at the stats, you guys. So yeah, against the zombies you can always get a lot of kills because there's a lot of zombie spams. The vampires, there's a lot of zombie spam, so the units tend to get a lot of kills. But yeah, Gorebull with the Minotaurs to great weapons, they were the freaking bosses of this game. They killed Isabella, they killed the White Knight, and they killed the Blood Knight. For me, that was okay. That's the 3 most expensive units the vampire counts have in this army, so I was totally glad this happened. Other than that, thank you guys for watching. As I said in the beginning, if you like what you see, you guys, please subscribe, show some support, give me comments and feedback on how to get better in making these videos for you. If you have a certain build in mind or want me to try out a certain army against another army, I'll be more than glad to do that. Just comment it down there and I'll be more than happy to get to it. Alright guys, thank you for watching, and I hope you have a nice day. I'll see you guys later.